Hi, it's Wasabi. Welcome back to the channel. It's a battle on the Berlin map, and we've got Tigergirl from GSL clan. It's a friend of the clan. She's in the IS-6, which is one of the more original Tier 8 premium tanks. It's been a bit outclassed, similar to the Object 252U Defender, but has lower pin and slightly different armor layout, but otherwise fairly close to the Defender, but yeah, the pen tends to let it down. Anyway, she has a mission running. Let's have a quick look at that. HT6 to destroy 4 enemy heavy or medium tanks, and honours to do 3,000 hit points of damage. Okay, so let's get back to Tigergirl's view there. Alright, so heading to the damaged buildings at the top of the map, which is where heavy tanks tend to battle out on this map. Lots of places to basically try and shoot across and back into cover, many nooks and crannies, etc. So lots of opportunities to do damage or create impact on the enemy team. So just looking at a no-knee across there, takes a hit to the tracks, but also some damage that only firing HE, and doing 259 damage from an HE shell. That's not something you just want to sit in front of, so Tigergirl making the right decision there to move. And coming up here, now one of the issues on this map is if you've got other tanks from your own side in the same position, you can see it's very narrow, so getting to a firing position can be a bit of trouble, and you can see she's already lit up, but yeah, making the decision to push on through there, good decision there. Coming up here, finding Tiger P, takes a hit and doesn't do any damage in return. Incoming hit from a Tiger 1 just does track damage, but she's already lost around 600 hit points of health now, or close to it, just over 500. Finally managed to get a damaging shot in on the Tiger P and do tracking damage, bounces the return, and you see the relay just a bit too long to do their own, but then gets a nice high roll there on the Tiger 1. The alpha on these guns gives you an average damage roll, I think it's 350, let me just check. 390 actually, yeah, so good high alpha gun this one, but the question is, can you make it work with the penetration it has now? She's top tier in this game, tier 8 and tier 7, so tier 7 tanks of the standard rounds should be perfectly fine. But you have to sum up your enemies as Carvin, and Action X over there has got a very strong turret. When it's held down, Samir SM's got reasonable front armor with the slope, so it's just a matter of picking your targets and trying to get the most out of it. So you can see just being patient here. Samir SM is pushing forward, and she's just focusing there. Can she get a shot in there? Now that's angled both ways, so angled up and down and also across, so that wasn't going to be a real opportunity there. She really needs to see the front wheel from her side, so it needs the Samir SM to push out. Now, team's starting to lose some tanks. Just being patient here, so it's no point throwing a tank away too early in the game. And yeah, just turning around there, picking up awareness from the minimap that this group of tanks pushing up. So needs to start putting some hits on the enemy team. In fact, there's the ONE turns up, but as she does that, she takes a big hit from the T29, so she continues to reverse back into cover. Unfortunately doesn't get her a shot on the ONE, but now she does, and does a good average roll, 391, and the ONE gets taken out. So she can reload now and try and get back into the game here. So team's 2 tanks down. It also down over 3,000 hit points of damage, so it's quite a significant difference there. Can Tigergirl make the difference in this game? Needs that T29 to poke up a bit more. This is sort of one of the principles of this area. If you push, you might basically get too far forward to have enough gun depression to shoot down, given all the number of levels here. And if you're patient, you may not get any shots at all, so you've got to balance this out. This is what the T-29 is trying to do, and she just manages to catch him as he's coming up, gets a nice hit in there. He's fired, he won't fire again. She's aiming for the tracks, gets a very good shot into the tracks, but that gets repaired. T-29 moves forward, but he's on very low health now. Can she get the kill? And she doesn't. Okay, being cautious here. Okay, looks like the T-29's backed off, so no shot. Alright, so again, waiting patiently is a virtue here. The enemy look like they're pushing, so it's a matter of getting them into something that might give you a side shot or take on a lower tier tank. But you can see there's a few tanks there that have got very low hit points. The T-29, the Tiger-1 and the Tiger-P. Puts a nice shot into the Carnarvon, just similarly to the way the T-29 was coming up. It's taken her to over 2,000 hit points of damage, so it's starting to work the gun well here. Puts another shot in the Carnarvon, but takes a hit in return. But 2 shots into the Carnarvon for 1 back, that's not a bad trade, but she's down now to 500 hit points. So, and luckily takes a shot into the tracks there from a Samo SM. Don't think that shot was going to go in, but nonetheless it will make the Samo pause a little bit. She's got good protection here, certainly protected from Marty and protected from these tanks. Using third person view here to basically keep an eye on that Action X, see whether he's going to start to push up. Now, one of the problems with the IS-6 and even the Defender on these types of maps, if you're on a downslope, you're exposing the top of your turret, which is a weak spot. It's a well-known weak spot on these tanks, so just be careful of that. And there's the Action X. Manages to get a nice hit in there. Takes it a 3k of damage and manages to bounce the incoming round too, so good trade there. But there's the Samo SM just waiting for her. And oh, she just catches the rear of his engine deck. That's a very nice shot there. So taking them all, whittling them all down in health here. So they're clawing back the hit point difference. There's still 2 tanks down, but there's still 7 minutes to go in the game, so plenty of time to basically make it work. There's that Action X. Nice shot, gets the kill going through the side armour on the engine deck. So excellent result there. Still using standard rounds here, which is a really nice sight. But as you can see, picking the targets and which way the targets are facing is essential to using standard rounds. So she knows there's a Borsig just around the corner, and she doesn't want to basically be exposing herself. There's the Samo. Can she get a shot? Can't quite get the gun depression onto the commander's hatch. But he does back off. Once he realises the gun is facing him, he doesn't want 400 alpha in the face because he's only got 468 left. So looking closely at the commander's hatch, puts it right in there. Now very close distance too. So the normal dispersion of the IS-6 gun, not an issue with that. And now she's looking to see whether she can get a shot on that Borsig, or in fact whether he's looking at her, because if she wants to push out on that Samo, either she's got to deal with the Borsig, perhaps shooting at her rear. Looks like the Borsig is facing the other way, so just trying to find an angle on there. She really needs to get a bit more over to the left. But the Borsig looks like he's tucking into the building pretty close, so just needs it back. There he is. Okay, maybe they get exposed. Could have used HE there potentially, but it looks like she's not carrying any HE rounds, so that still useful then to use your standard rounds there. 4.5k damage. The Samo finally goes down. Borsig is just left on very small amount of hit points. Gets the kill. Takes another HE hit from the Oni. That Oni needs to go. So Tigergirl's pushing in. And could get a nice side shot on the Oni. In fact, she does. 359. decent roll. Takes it to 5k damage. No, she's really getting the best out of her gun in this game for sure. And can she get the depression? She does. Gets another shot in on the side of the Oni. But Oni's armor is just not going to stand up to this gun on the side, but doesn't get the kill there. Oni goes down to the BADATTANKING. So they've really turned this game around. Certainly Tigergirl has made the major contribution here. Nearly 5.5k damage already. 3 tanks up, and they are slightly up on hit points. So going from 3,000 hit point difference down to over 500 up is a big transition in the game there. Now, there's only 3 tanks left on the enemy side, the STA-1 and the Scorpion, both seen roughly on the same side of the map. Not known where the Canon Jägerpanzer 105 is. And she has been spotted, so clearly where the STA-1 is, there's something there with vision. And she'll know once someone starts shooting at her what that is. Now she's got some hard cover here, which you can get a lower health plate down, and there's the Scorpion's been lit. Can she get a shot in on him? Yes, big, nice hit there. Probably a couple more hits will take that tank out. Bounces the incoming round, and he's gone dark. She's going to fire a blind shot. Fires a blind shot. We'll see if that made any difference. But she's closing in on 6k damage. This is an excellent game here from Tigergirl. Only blocked 1k of hit points damage, or actually now 1.2 thanks to the STA-1. You can see she's got a very solid part of the bridge here that you can use to get hull down on. This is where you can get the strength out of your IS-6. Bounces around from the Scorpion. Can she get the hit there? No. This is where this version of the IS-6 gun can get a bit questionable. But she's only got a few pixels to look at. Mind you, she picks up 400 spotting damage from the Scorpion. And she's only got a pixel to look at there, so you can keep trying, but she's run out of all of her normal rounds, so it's now to premium. Bit of a waste on a tank with 25mm of frontal armor, but she does get the Scorpion as a kill. 2 seconds left on the clock from the capping. Can she find the STA-1? I don't think she's going to make it. The game has run out of time, but 5.8k of damage. That's excellent result there. Well done, Tigergirl. Let's have a look at the results. So a nice tanker game there from Tigergirl. 236,000 credits and 32,000 experience, 25 bonds from completing missions like XP Fever and the premium missions there. High caliber award, Steel Wall and Confederate, and you can see 5.8k of direct damage and 400 of assisted damage, so very close, or just over 6.2k of combined damage there. 1582 base experience, excellent result there, above the typical level for Ace Tanker, supported there by her team, the Rheinmetall, Barask and Progetto. And on the other team, the Borsig did 3k damage, so shout out to him in a losing team. Let's have a look at the details. 24 shots fired, that's excellent from a slow firing gun, using the gun really consistently there. 19 hits, 17 of those penetrated. That gave the damage totals, and you can see there the credits came from some personal reserve bonuses as well. But overall, excellent result there from Tigergirl. Thanks for the replay, and if you've got any comments, please drop them below. Would appreciate that.